Peace and salutations. Welcome to Metatripping. I hope everyone is faring well on this full moon. I have definitely been working with meditation energies and binaurals to keep myself afloat. There's a lot of intensity. It's a shift week. You can check the past readings that were posted for Ascension readings by sun sign, which I haven't quite decided on a schedule for, but it's entirely possible that I'll be doing that every mid-month and possibly beginning of month. I might organize it by moon phase, but the channel's so new, I haven't quite decided what direction it's going in, or perhaps it hasn't decided what direction it's going in, and it's for me to just go with the flow. As you can see, there are advice cards that have already been pulled in advance, and I will now be pulling cards that in a way are accents, or the kind of 3D framework or container to which these cards apply. All right, this is a collective reading message for the full moon for today. These energies could spill out over the weekend, and if there are any dramatic spikes in energy or downloads or messages that I receive, I will definitely post a vid with that. All right, so I'm going to dive in and shuffle. Collective messages. Full energies. All right. Go ahead and put some accents down for that. Okay, before I officially begin, we're going to, I'm going to let you know that this may have a part 2, depending on whether or not I fail the brevity challenge. And here we are. In the mind placement, the collective mind, there's a resurgence of energy. The Queen of Staffs is there with the Tower card reversed. There is a feeling in the collective of self-belief that is beginning to come to the surface through all of the muck and all of the repeated patterns that we were just continuing to get pulled into when these shifts would happen. And the reason, to my understanding and observation, that we kept getting pulled into these shifts is for purging. It's been for purging, but also for learning along the way as we were purging, because I've been working on my energy for decades now, and you can purge, and if you haven't learned a lesson a lot of times, or maybe at all times, that pattern will come right back because you're not fully, you haven't fully dislodged it at the root where it was originally planted in the original wound. So here, when I'm there, depending on how people work with these energies, the Queen of Staffs, aka Wands, this is a fire element queen. It's upright. This is the queen, so we're talking about the emotions. The emotional self is coming into a place of empowerment now. If you stay in a high vibrational flow, then you can avoid kind of the pitfalls that can come with this energy if you are too deeply rooted, if you're still too deeply rooted in reactivity. All right, so this is not about reactivity. This is about heart alignment, and that may not always, a lot of people can toss that out there, but it may not always be coherent to the ear. The heart, this is where the seed of hope is. So the feeling when you're truly in heart alignment that comes along is on that vibrational wave, and this is how you can tell if you're connected, if you are in line with your heart. The Tower card is reversed as an accent with the Queen of Wands. And the energy I'm getting around this is there are many changes taking place in the universe. I think even spirit guides are in a position where it's kind of like, okay, like really taking this seriously. Not that spirit guides wouldn't, but it's just one of those things where keeping an eye on the flow of things so that there aren't unnecessary impacts that are negative. So it's very important to be in your heart alignment, and in accordance with the advice card that comes with this energy, or I should say that this is actually accenting as you are worthy. This is in the Sacred Seed suit of this particular oracle deck, and the advice is to follow divine guidance. So this is so important because there is so much divine guidance around right now. And if you tap into it, it can help you if you feel unsafe. It can help you to feel protected. There's a lot of protection going on. There's a lot of miraculous synchronicities. There's no need to fear. Believe in your dream. Believe in your worthiness. Believe in the fact that you are a sacred seed and you're here for a reason. You know? All right, so I'm going to move on because it's 6:13 in minute-wise. In the body placement, that was the mind placement. So this is where your mental alignment should be, what we just talked about. In the body placement, we have the Three of Swords. And there is a kind of torn energy. And what is coming to me immediately is really it's being torn somewhat to situations that are connected to the past that are just injurious and just compound this idea of our unworthiness, which is untrue, or why would we exist? So this is just one of those things where you want to, there can be pains in the body at this time as this is being processed, because these things are being processed out of the etheric body, the energetic bodies, and that's going to make it possible for them to be cleared out at the physical level of things, which is the bottom level, which is the aftermath of what takes place on the subtle levels. The Ascendant card is the Ace of Staffs, aka Wands, and the energy that I'm getting with that is don't look back, move forward. Like move forward, take action, organize your mind, organize as above, so below, as within, so without. Get into the alignment of where you wish to go and stay focused on it. This 3D advice is connected to the second card of Sacred Blooming. Take responsibility for your greatness. And the subtext is to open your heart. So we're right back to heart alignment. And part of the reason we got into some of these Three of Swords situations in the past began was because our heart was closed, or holding itself together after developmental wounding and traumas. We're now in a position to let those things go and truly open up to our greatness and take responsibility for it, which means you're not just going to be great and do nothing with it. You're here for a reason. Moving on. Oh, I might actually succeed at the brevity challenge today. Let's see. The Justice card, Major Arcana, is in the soul placement. This is a time of, this can be considered a judgment sort of card, but this is the energy I'm getting around this is the universe is deciding what goes where. And the Five of Cups reverse accenting this is to get on the train. You know what I'm saying? Follow your guidance if you've fallen back. You don't want to fall into old patterns of mourning. Releasing and purging are one thing, but falling back into old patterns of mourning the past isn't the greatest idea right now. Your best bet is to work on balance. As this is the 3D soul development advice version in conjunction with your heart is a compass with card 21, also in the Sacred Blooming suit. The subtext is, you know what to do. And it's coming back to heart alignment. These are the cards that were pulled today. You know what to do. The vibe I'm getting with this card, I don't know if there's any advice from Spirit that'd like to come through. Spirit is saying, follow your guidance. I haven't had too much spirit contact today. I think it's just a very busy time for the spirit world. But follow your guidance. And really what that is communicating to me is everyone has their guides available to them. Whether or not you're dealing on a clairaudient level or a clairvoyant level, these are all levels that are accessed as you clear out your energy body and raise your vibration. Then you're going to see what you really are, and what we really are is psychically attuned and telepathic and all of these things. But when you're bogged down by energies that are trying to weigh you down into a third dimensional construct, these faculties, especially with the doubt factor, as we were taught that these things aren't real, or they're sci-fi, or they're, you know, if you want to go the kind of the fundamentalist route, that they're somehow injurious, all to keep us out of what? The God self, the goddess self. Okay? Your guides are with you. Your heart is your compass. Follow it. All right? So I'm going to go over these cards really quickly that you see before you on the screen. Still a little low tech over here, but I'm working on it. Definitely working on upgrading the presentation. Eventually we may work our way up to in-person videos, and there's some other readers and healers that may be offering readings and energies through Metatripping. All of that's currently being organized. But just to go back over in the mind placement, sacred seed. You are a seed, and what seeds are you planting? All right? You are worthy. This card is communicating to me that those who are listening to this reading have been tapped on the shoulder and been given insights a number of times over the past, I'm getting 8 months, at least. Now Spirit's tapping. I caught a vision of Spirit tapping its watch. Now Spirit's tapping its watch. What are you going to do with the information that was given to you? What are you going to do with the promptings that were given to you? This is real deal, and you know it now. Even people who haven't been on a spiritual path of this sort can tell. This is not your normal, everyday 3D reality. It is changing. We are ascending. The planet is ascending. All right, moving on to the Sacred Blooming card. Take responsibility for your greatness. The energies I'm getting for this. Your promptings, the promptings that you feel that you've been given, they will be confirmed. Okay, so I'm getting almost instant manifestation. Keep it high vibrational. And really check yourself. Keep it high vibrational. There are plenty of annoyances to choose from that can pull you back into a consciousness of disempowerment. It is very important that you pull yourself up in these shift energies. No one wants to go back to 2018 patterns. No one. Okay? All right. Open your heart. Work on it. Work with your spirit guides if you need it. Connect with someone that you trust your heart with, that you feel good with. Let them help you if that's what you need. But ultimately, those who aren't ready will be guided and carried. And those who are, Spirit's kind of got its arm folded like, so what's up? Okay, because you're here for a reason. And the third and final, in this full moon Libra reading, Sacred Blooming, your heart is your compass. You know what to do. Spirit is saying you have a blueprint. The vibes and energies that I'm getting around this card. Open your eyes to vision. Many of you may be getting mental pictures, dreams to follow. You may be hearing clairaudient information, and don't doubt it. It's real. Believe me, I went through the whole doubt process with this thing for far too long. I tried to close it out. I tried to pretend it wasn't real when I was a child. It's real. It's real, and it's here to serve you. There's nothing to fear. The only things to fear are those that are trying to instill fear in you. And that's 3D construct business. Go higher. Your dreams are in your heart, Spirit is saying. Trust your dreams on all levels, Spirit is saying. All right, so we're at the 14-minute mark. I'm going to close out here. Just so this can be a one-part video. And I may be back over the weekend, possibly with some healing energies, depending on it, if, you know, through sensing what's going on in the collective, or if I'm prompted by Spirit. If it's needed, I may post a video with crystal frequencies, and possibly Reiki healing or violet flame energies. We shall see. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.